We've met here in Habaswein. We met our development partners, the security chiefs, the DCCs of the three main sub-counties, because Sabuli is not yet functional, or there's been no DCC who's been posted there. All I wanted to do was, this was a familiarization tour of sorts for me, because this is the first time I'm coming back to the constituency since I was elected a member of parliament. We are in the middle of an emergency, a very biting drought that has increased the suffering within the population, a population we know was just recovering from the last drought we saw, in which thousands of livestock were decimated, and people had faced so many hardships. Barely a year later, we are talking about the same thing. And this is because of climate change, which is a global phenomenon. It's wreaking havoc across the globe, and it's time we all came to terms with it and started to acclimatize and live with it. We need to adapt to climate change because it's not going anywhere anytime soon. That was one of the things we discussed. We also discussed what is being done for the people, who is doing it, and where. Some great work in terms of relief is taking place in Wajir South. Organizations like Save the Children, World Vision, Islamic Relief, the National Drought Monitoring Agency, and many, many others are doing interventions, including cash transfers that have given a lifeline to the poor people in Wajir South. People who have had their livestock decimated and who are living today as up and poor in most of the urban settlements in Wajir. And we cannot thank them enough. We cannot thank these organizations and their donors enough. The government, the national government, has also helped. The food from the national government is little, but it's a great help, because every little helps right now when we're facing this acute drought. So that's what we were discussing, and I must say, yes, there is help going on, there is much being done, but it's not enough once again, because relief is not the only way. We right now are in an emergency. During this emergency, we need relief. What we have is not enough. We are asking for our development partners, the Kenyan government, and all well-wishers to please dig deep into their pockets and help the population so that they do not suffer as much as they've suffered in the last round of drought that we saw. And again, we also stressed the need for us to go from begging to independence in that our people should start looking into ways of alternative livelihoods, like agro-pastoralism, so that they plant their food, and also they plant the fodder for their livestock. That is where we are headed. But up until then, we will need the help of our partners, and inshallah ta'ala, we hope that it will be soon when we will tell them, look, we are self-sufficient ourselves. It's time to look at it. Rome was not built in a day. It's going to take quite a long time. But again, hopefully that day will come sometime soon.